I'm really pushing my luck this time in terms of music. So I'm gonna give that one a little bit of room to breathe in case I have to mute it in YouTube later. Um, that was Onagai Private Moon by Yoko Minamino, and I like that song a lot. And I've just been, I guess, just slipping further and further into like, what if I find Japanese music with good beats? That's Dragon's Dogma, right? It's like not Dragon's Dogma, but it is also pushing it. Um, hey everyone, I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm at Bleating Heart on Twitter and here on YouTube, and we're here for the Witching Hour, which is um, the thing I do in October, where I play a video game on the internet, because that's not a thing I do that much anymore, and it's a nice thing to do, sometimes. We're playing Dragon's Dogma this year. If you want to see a link to previous years, I have 2 playlists in the description of these videos and streams where you can go check those out. Seasons 1 through 4, I think, are Magician's Quest, the Tungadi Boshi series, which is like a magic school Animal Crossing kind of game that Konami put out and then forgot about because they iterated, like they put out like one a year for a short stretch and then just completely burned everyone out, I think, because they did not really change that much in between games. And season 5 was Fantasy Life, which is a fantastic game. Bring it to Switch, please. Oh my god, bring it to Switch. I would die if they brought it to Switch. Although I guess they probably... there's... Level 5 isn't doing so great, so I don't know if that'll ever happen. But man, that would rule. And last year we did The Sims, because The Sims released their sort of magic-y thing for The Sims 4 right in time for that. It seemed like a thing to do. And it was. This year we're doing Dragon's Dogma. So let's hop on over to that once I close this music player and hide a bunch of garbage off my screen. How about that? There we go. All right. So, we're in big town. I forget what it's called. Let's figure out what it's called. I hit B instead of A. Grand Soren. Okay. I was going to call it Grancis, but that's the big place. The big place is Grancis. Damn, that's a lot of map that we haven't even done anything with, huh? Ooh. Okay. Well, we should probably go up there. That's, I think, where we're at right about now. I don't know if the sun... Hey, Mason. I don't know if the sun's coming out or what. I guess we could just go. Like, we're okay at fighting and stuff, right?
You humans certainly can make a lot of expressions. Seems there is a hue what bears the same mark as that symbol.
Yeah.
This way leads on to the encampment.
Last time, we saw a griffin, and we fought a cyclops and killed it, and used its eye to upgrade our stuff. And we also, if I recall correctly, ate our words, because we were talking mad shit about some guy, some person, who was like, I know a spot where that snakeskin purse always drops. And we were all like, bullshit. And then we went there, and it did. And that could have been a coincidence, you know. There's no reason it couldn't have been a coincidence, but if it was a coincidence, that was one hell of a fucking coincidence. So I feel like I'm gonna give that one to internet person.
Grand Soren is a base. We ought to be able to travel even further.
Castle walls?
All right, I've got toss and trigger. What's the deal with this? Okay.
A walking dead there.
It's like a stab. I guess I don't have the gunpowder or whatever the fuck I need to... I don't know. That seems fine. That's more what I want to do when I hit Y than Senshin. So, even if I'm not... Oh, I'm getting robbed? Fantastic. How novel. Whoops.
Strength in numbers arisen.
Wow, he's got fancy knives. You're not gonna... Kent's not like a special guy who drops stuff? Is he... Oh, okay. Is he like a story character, or... I mean, I guess he just... I wasn't really gonna be able to de-escalate that. That was probably just a thing, right? Just some guy. It's fine. He's dead now.
War has not been kind to this place.
Can't name a lot of places war has been kind to, if I think about it.
Sorcerer!
Whoa.
Counter after they strike.
Who? Whomst?
They're left
Are those cult people coming after me now? Is that what this is about?
An opening.
Oh, okay. Alright. Whoa, whoa! That guy does ice. Alright, good for him, I guess. Whoops. Jeez. Still alive after that, dude? Oh, come on. Stop healing. Oh, this guy sucks. Please die. Heal that.
They attack in quick succession.
Find an opening, then strike.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You did it!
We have triumphed.
That was... Yeah, this neighborhood is bad at night. I don't recall it being quite this bad, but I guess we've done some things.
Anytime.
Oh, I should... Wait, where's the heal node? There we go. Any goodies? Just looking for goodies. No goodies. Hello. That's just like a whole crew of magic guys, huh? I was
I'll take
expecting there was like some non-magic guys in there, but I guess not. That was their problem. They gotta diversify. You can't just roll all magic guys.
Holes like this one are crucial in warding the capital from monsters.
You good, Ari?
Even the capital is not without its dangers. There's we remain cautious, Arisen.
We got attacked twice on the road beside the capital, so I get it.
The road splits here. Let's be doubly sure.
The one goes to town, the other one goes the way we came. It unsplits. If anything, it unsplits.
Stray from the roads, and we'll see
Oh my god. I need to make them all way less chatty. I guess I can't. I can't do shit about Orko.
The roads are safer than the brush, but still, we best stay wary.
I don't hear any baleful, creaky growling, so that's a good sign.
Tis well ancient, this bridge. I hope it's
The quest we're doing right now is the one where you go to the hill. Big hill. Big figure hill. The figure on Hillfigure.
This must be the road.
What the
Darkest magic.
fuck? Oh, are those just skeletons? Is the red glow normal?
We must stay calm.
Oh. Alright, okay.
May this light be your end!
Splinter their bones!
Find an opening, then strike.
That's a good bone sound.
What's this?
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
We have triumphed.
Slow down, Eric.
This must be the work
Hey,
of
y'all.
magic.
Okay, no, it's fine. I got it. Jeez, that one... Sometimes they just go into space. And it's funny, but also...
This
Where's
is
my
interesting.
money? Where's my... My drops okay? I guess skeletons don't have much in the way of drops anyways. Everyone good? Everyone juiced? What's that, like, weird orb? Y'all see that? What the fuck is that?
The road splits here.
Oh my god. Calm down. Like, Eric's reactions are so, like, genuine for things that we've seen and fought before. Oh, I'll smash those bones. Don't you worry, I will smash those bones. What the fuck is that thing? My god.
Rampage indiscriminately.
We have triumphed.
That was one. It wasn't rampaging, it was wandering around.
This must be the work
I
of
do really like fighting stuff in this game. I gotta admit, like especially just like little kind of safe fights. Here we fucking go. I'm like never 100% in a hurry to get places because like I don't mind this. This is fun.
bones. Walking bones.
I'll heal your wounds.
Free skull. Let's see what's going on with our map here. Yeah, okay. Alright. This makes sense. This makes sense to me. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee while it's still warmish. Yeah, this is a real, like... There is, like, a mechanical satisfaction to fighting in this game. And by that I mean it's like a... The way combat feels, it's like things falling into place in a way that is like...
Over there.
not abstract. Like it's sounds and effects and like things just kind of slotting into place in that satisfying way. And it's great.
I'll rid us of the stone thrower.
There's a stone thrower?
This looks interesting.
Oh man, they have like a little horn. That's fun.
That item.
Oh, that's a stone thrower. I see.
We have triumphed.
Oh, that's a pig. Oh, that was another goblin. There's just some pigs hanging out here. That's fine. Another game that's mechanically satisfying to fight in a different way would be Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2.
I'll take that.
That's also mechanically satisfying, but not in the, like, mechanical in a more abstract way. This is very much like when you hear a clock ticking. That kind of mechanical. If that makes sense. Really? Well, I guess it's daytime. I was gonna say this is the place where the goblins are instead of skeletons, but I guess it's daytime. Conquest Road.
Before setting off, we ought to equip ourselves to suit our objectives.
It's an anime lady. Yeah, let's just keep going.
What's that?
I've still been playing a lot of Genshin Impact because my instinct was, what if I climb on this rock and glide down to that rock? I bet there's something good out there. And I'm not going to do that. Oh, good. Harpies. That's what we were missing. Not enough harpies, IMO. More harpies.
Harpy zone!
Y'all gonna fucking do something about this or just me? Also, did Orko yell Harpy Zone? Like, I know he didn't, but I don't... Ooh, fun. I don't know what the fuck he said, though.
I grant you fire's blade!
Would that we could track the blood.
It's nice that the arrows just take him down. That's, like, fun and helpful. I've been talking about Genshin Impact a lot on these streams, and the thing that I'll say is that if you have
What's that?
an addictive personality, or if you have had trouble with gacha games in the past, absolutely stay away from Genshin Impact. I have played gacha games in the past. Sometimes I spend money on them, sometimes I don't. It fully depends on, like, how much fun I'm having and things like that. If you are able to give yourself the distance of seeing paying money in a game like that as giving a tip to the developers, basically, because it is a free game, then it's totally a good game for you to play. But if it's a thing where you're going to feel compelled to complete all of your character lists and whatever, even if you don't have an addictive personality and you are just going to feel compelled to fill out your character lists and max all your weapons, don't do it, because it's not going to be, it's not... I don't know. If I had I like keeping all of my characters leveled and stuff, but also I'm not playing it as hardcore as a lot of people are. I've deliberately held off on upping my world level just because I like it when things are a little easy and it's easy for me to get the materials to level stuff up and whatever, and I don't have to pay, and all of that stuff works for me, and that is not going to be the case for everyone. I really do enjoy that game. I've gotten a lot of time out of it. Again, especially considering it is technically a free game. Everything I've spent money on that game has been stuff that I just thought, like, this would be nice. None of it has been stuff that has felt like I needed it to progress or whatever. I appreciate the fairness of it in that way, but it does definitely... It's got hooks, you know? It's not hookless. I do really love running around that world and just solving puzzles, though. It was the same thing happening in Breath of the Wild. I never finished Breath of the Wild because the thing that I did most
I see the hole.
was run around and do puzzles and find stuff and shit like that. And that's fun. IMO. Oh, Chaco's popped up, but Chaco's has nothing inside. Oh, there it goes. I can't read that. It was something crow. Thank you for subscribing. Ooh, a white orchid. I think that's new. I haven't seen that before. So it's just like a new... It has an open gate, so it's not a new town, right? It's just like a new hangout spot. Yeah, that's the other real danger of Genshin Impact is that, like, it's real easy to just lose time in that thing. Especially when you first start playing. When you get to the end of some of the story quest stuff, it's not as bad, but, like, I had a big case of, like, I was doing a lot of... I was very, very, very busy when it first came out, and I was falling behind where... I was falling behind the arbitrary marker of where I thought I should be. Which meant that I would just, like, stay up super, super late and just kind of fuck around in that game when I really didn't need to be doing that. Because it is really easy to just lose a whole bunch of time in there.
A long fallen way castle this. Still, there may be altars off the wall.
Atop the wall, eh? Oh, come on. Just give that one to me. Okay. I'll find a way up there. Whoop. I would bet money that Genshin Impact will get costumes. Because they already have the wing thing, and, like, gacha games love their bikini summer festival whatever things.
So far from the capital.
And I don't think that they would do those as separate... Oh, I hope they wouldn't do those as separate characters. As, like, your bikini Zhangling is a completely different character than your normal Zhangling. Hopefully that's not the case. But... Hey,
The
folks.
best men in the strongest hold are powerless without supplies to help.
I would hope they wouldn't do that anyway, but I imagine that they'll do... Ooh, okay. I imagine they'll do something. Oh, a bird nest. Fantastic.
What's
Piece
that?
of wood? Fuck off. Okay, well at least from here I can see There's... Ah, okay, there's a box there. There's gotta be a chest somewhere, right? Just like a big, sick chest full of good shit? Oh. That double jump rules.
Was most like a watch post once.
The other thing that makes me think they're not going to do costume variations as separate characters is just that, again, it feels like they've been surprisingly fair. The only like, wow, this is unfair thing that I can think of that I've experienced in that game in probably 100 some odd hours of it at this point is that there are some collectible items that you kind of need one of the drop characters to pick up. But also, a lot of those, there are other ways to get them if you just, like, look around the area a lot. It just... Some of them feel like they need that character specifically, or at least characters that have certain abilities that do that, or... Sometimes, like, it's either a thing of, like, you need to have this character or you need to be super clever. I guess watch a YouTube video. Having that one character... Having Venti makes a lot of things easier. And Venti is sort of a rarer drop. I spent money trying to get Venti. And that was fine, because I really wanted Venti. The current event, I'm probably not going to spend money on the current event. I might spend, like, a tiny bit. Because I think Klee is kind of fun. I like the idea of having a character of each element and weapon type, just because it's helpful in some puzzles sometimes. Not necessary, but helpful. But, you know, it's not the end of the world if I don't get her. I find her voice a little bit annoying, and I've had, like, a pretty high tolerance for the cutesy characters. I like Paimon. I like Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is I think... You know, I try and keep all of my characters relatively leveled up because I like playing as all of them in different circumstances, but there are definitely characters that I favor and put most of my resources in, as you're supposed to do in a game like that. And Chi-Chi and Faishal are my, like, mains, basically. Chi-Chi is very cutesy, but, like, in a fun way. I don't know how the hell I get over there. I guess I could just walk along the wall. I guess I didn't try that. In hindsight, I just kind of went, oh, well, this side stops. I guess I'm fucked. I really want Mona. I kept telling myself I didn't want Mona. But then I heard she can, like, sprint on water, and that seems fun. And... I have 2 water characters. I was lucky that, like, I got Barbara, and I got a lot of Barbaras. I have maxed Barbara now, so she'll just, like, automatically res people. She's good. I like Chi-Chi more. But I don't really have... I also have that water sword boy who's, like, in the event now. He is also fine. But I would love I don't know, a cool water witch. Mona also just seems cute. I don't know. I go for cute. I was promised Ott on top of these walls. And I'm not saying people were lying, but I am saying, where's my Ott? Ah, there it is. Flat top even. What a ripoff. I have literally not talked to anyone in this place, have I? I probably should. Whoops. You look like you're in charge.
What's the point to it all, anyway?
Sir Chesley. Okay, good talk.
The much celebrated arisen. I'd have well liked to see you slay the Hydra.
Okay, so this is maybe not a chatty place right now. That's fine. We got other stuff to do anyway.
We'll know it by the ruins as we draw near.
The beasts of these parts are proving a greater challenge, to be sure.
Thanks for the heads up. It is kind of cool to see harpies just flying around in the pine trees. That's nature, you know?
Snow harpy!
Whoa, snow harpy, huh?
I'll set its wings ablaze!
Go for it.
Harpies have the advantage in the air.
It's within striking range.
Now that went down about as easy as most harpies.
Prey.
But it's cool that there's a local variation.
It must be near.
That was not a...
In lands where men fear to dwell, monsters always fill the void. Snow harpy!
Would that we could track them to earth.
I'll strike
We
with
can.
before it recovers. It's within striking range.
How are these shots not hitting? Those are beautiful shots.
Slay them before we can use their voice!
I'll provoke it.
Go for it. Provoke the shit out of it.
I'll set its wings ablaze.
Strike lest the harpy sing!
Think well before striking.
I don't know, I kind of like the singing.
This screams through the blood to us.
Now, bring fire!
Strength in numbers arisen.
Did it!
What's that?
I'll heal your wounds.
On the one hand, it's bad that I've taught him to just pick stuff up in the middle of a fight. On the other hand, I find it really hard to find loot in this game. And the idea that just like my folks are they'll just go pick it up for me, that's good. I don't mind that, actually. It's one less thing for me to worry about, you know? And Eric hasn't been too bad about it in the middle of fighting specifically. I don't want a shovel.
What's that?
It's a shovel. You gonna pick up that shovel? Jewel of Time. No clue what that is, but it sounds great. Okay, so we've got like 6 million fucking harpies. Oh, and the hill's like the hill's like this way now, right? Let me check out my map here. Oh, fun. Okay. I see. Oh, yeah, I see. I gotcha. Oh, hi. That's a...
Can but wait for
Uh-oh.
the beast to descend.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hi, remember me?
Would that we could track them to earth.
I'm picking a fight, and I haven't saved in a while.
Strength in numbers.
Why not? Huh? Why not? I don't think it's gonna fuck with. I don't think it gives a shit about us at all.
I'll heal your wounds.
Still pretty exciting. I don't really need these
I'll take
apples,
that.
but it is really fun to shoot them off the tree. Is that the man?
They say in times long past, such hill figures were not uncommon.
That looks like a man. I guess. It's like a foot. We shouldn't walk on it. They found a new one of these, right? They found like a cat. They found a big cat.
Makes his home not far from here.
Word? That's a thing?
What's that?
Him who knows that I know what he seeks to know
Oh
knows
boy.
it well, while he who knows not what I know, or know not.
That dude looks leathery as fuck.
You see me, yes?
Yeah.
Then congratulations are due. You have found the man you seek. I am.
Guy looking like a Hades character over here.
Was, perhaps like you, a child of man, bound to the
Whoa.
dragon. Well met, young Arisen.
Who's
I am he
Well,
who
either
was
two of 'em.
forged by the dragon.
the same person? What is happening? No, we want the shot, right? We want the shot. Of course.
We finally arrived.
Wow. My lantern. I've been wearing my lantern all fucking day again. Of course. Hey, I got one of these. 1 second. 1 second, folks. Oh, it could be his pawn. Imagine picking a pawn or giving your pawn the same hair as you, though. That's really, like, that's weird. I mean, that's like, it's not, I was gonna say it's like twinning with a doll, but it's not, because a doll is not a person, you know? I'm gonna steal your secret softener. And go through your books. Yeah, I'll take it. Think I'm not gonna take this? I'll take it. You can't just leave a bronze idol out and then be like, well, no one's gonna take this if I'm sitting right here. Those are worth money. What's in this cool dead end? Aha!
I'll take that.
Hands. What's that?
Another fairy stone, huh? Jeez, this guy's got shit. I have no idea what I'm gathering here. water from this rock crack. I would love to know if I should take this or if I should leave it and use it as a teleporty point. That would be good to know. Okay. Wow, that thing puts off a lot of light. I wasn't sure if it was set up here, so it was like, and now you can get to the weird old guy's cave faster. But I'll take it. I don't give a shit about his stuff.
Well met, arisen of the present day. New forged link in the grand chain. You have come, seeking meaning for that slate, and the words it bears. There is none.
Okay, well that's gonna be hard to report
None,
back.
save that it brought you here to me.
Okay.
My form can be discerned only by the true arisen. I am the dragon forged.
Hang on, I'll get Austin in. Let's see if Austin is. Austin's already waiting in the call. Patiently.
Hi.
Hi. How's it going?
How's the Dragon Forged?
Gray. Ashy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could use lotion.
He's been sitting in that chair a long time.
It looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm glad I caught you while you're here because I got a little prize for you out this way. So that's good.
Ooh, uh-huh.
Can I get a shared screen and from there I can help? Okay. Did you also talk to the Fool? Is that what the name of that other character is?
Not yet.
Okay. Also, make sure you talk to these folks like a few times until they're repeating their dialogue because I think there's some extra stuff.
Go now.
Okay.
Tell him that gave you the cipher of what you have heard here.
What? Oh, okay. Him
Yeah.
that gave you the cipher
Yeah.
of what you... Okay.
Yeah.
Let us return to Grand
I've
Soren.
learned what to do in this quest.
Okay.
Congrats. Congrats to the person who learned what to do on this quest.
The slate you bear, hold but take heart. Our meeting, my form can be discerned only by true arisen.
I feel like I know what that means, but I'm excited to learn what that means, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
All I
Sorry, I'm
know
eating
is yours
one
to hear,
chip.
should you desire it.
You can
I'm
eat
gonna
more than
probably-
one chip.
I'm going to mute myself and have a few more.
Okay. I'm gonna go through these boxes.
The
Tell me about
beast
dragons.
is called Death Incarnate, the greatest of evils. You will learn when you come to face it that the truth is not so simple. It possesses deep insight to match its cold and steady drive to destruction. And an air of resignation, perhaps, lies beneath its imposing rage.
Sure, I could see
All
that.
I know is yours to hear, should you desire. The arisen is a 'tis said. The arisen is born. Whene'er
We
man
love a resigned
takes his
dragon.
first true step
Why does
toward
it sound like someone's rubbing cloth on something in my right ear?
That's the Fool rubbing
It's
cloth
like
on
a.
something.
It sounds
probably.
like a. It sounds like a wet, soapy washcloth being rubbed on like a pizza stone.
When the spirit gives rise to action, a man becomes arisen.
This doesn't make sense to me at all.
Those like us, whose paths lead to the dragon, are known.
I
unto
missed
the
that line,
beast
so I'm going
as
to
a
check it when it
matter
comes
of
back
instinct.
around.
I guess I just don't understand what arisen are. He's saying arisen or like a thing that happens when man makes progress or wants a thing. Or
When
something
the
like
spirit
that.
gives rise to action. Yeah, You know,
Just as it is our own
I think
instinct
it's.
that guides us on. All I know
I've always
is
read
yours
that
to
as
hear,
being like
should you desire it.
the. It is not like predestined that the person who shows up, a dragon shows up, and everyone's like, "Yo, we gotta get out of the way."
Mm-hmm.
And then one person goes like, "No, I can fight this dragon.
I'm gonna get in the way.
I'm gonna get in the way." And at that moment, you become the Arisen, or you become marked as being able to be the Arisen, and that's not something.
Oh, because everyone was
Do you
running
see
from
what
the
I mean?
dragon, and I was like, I'll pick up a dirty old
I'll pick
sword
up a bad sword
and get
Exactly.
killed.
Correct. Yeah.
I am him that
Okay.
was forged in the dragon's fire. I stand astride the bounds of life and death, remaining here
Sick.
that I may pass my knowledge on to the Arisen of each coming age. My battle as the Arisen has spanned 1,000
Sounds
years,
awful.
and yet it knows no end. Nor shall it,
Uh-huh.
until the Arisen to follow me strikes the dragon dead.
So this
All
should
I
be
know
weird
is
to some
yours
degree
hear,
to you.
should you desire it.
Yes.
But I'll wait until you're done with talking before I draw something, a conclusion.
Ours are bodies marked by the worm, yours and mine. A scar across the chest.
The obvious question is, if Arisen are actually that kind of common, like not common, but common-ish, why is he so special?
Yeah, there's
Why
another.
haven't
there's
I met
another
anyone
question.
else?
Well, so you do know one other person who fought a dragon, you believe,
Yeah, well,
which is
we'll
the Duke.
fucking see.
Yeah.
I
So you're like, what? So I think it's fair to say, what the
carve
fuck is up with that Duke?
I'm fully prepared to meet him and for him to for the dragon he thought to be like the dragon of a trade arrangement, or like a bunch of saurians taped together.
Mm-hmm.
It beats yet as does mine, there within the beast. 1,000 years since it was stolen, and yet it beats.
That sucks.
As long
It
as
sucks.
the dragon lives, the hearts in its safekeeping know no death.
That's not quite true. I'm very able to get murdered.
Yeah.
Our kind may die
Load
in
your
battle.
save, right?
Ah, so he's been loading his
Oh,
save.
there you go. No, there you go. He can die in battle, but not
Ah.
in age or illness.
We have stepped free of this mortal coil, Arisen. All I know is yours to hear, should you desire it.
Okay.
I got it. You know.
Is your guy like washing stuff over? What's your deal?
In the fullness of time, I shall come to know when the time has come.
Okay.
Thanks, bud.
Oh, he's got one of those penannular brooches. Is that what they're called?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Know that all I know is that I shall know all who know
Okay.
me.
Yep.
I am not but my shadow, though my shadow be not shadow, but my... I am come here at the end of my journeys, rich in scars and richer. I am Dragonforge, knower of the beast, and known to it in kind.
I think he might have more too.
Oh, I'm following him. Don't worry.
In the fullness of time.
Nope. Okay, you got it.
know I
Maybe it's later that he'll end up with more. The fucking wild thing is like, oh yeah, I totally understand what he said. You checked that little side area. You must have checked that little side
Yeah,
area,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up that like, yeah, no, all that stuff he just said made perfect sense to me because hashtag lore.
I'm gonna listen to it again.
It's nonsense. It's nonsense if you don't know
Yeah.
like
In the
one of the
fullness
things.
time, I shall know that all I know is that I shall know all who know me. I am not but my shadow, though my shadow be not shadow, but myself. I am come here at the
I think
end
I
of
understand
my
parts of
journeys,
this.
rich in scars and rich of mind. I am Dragonforge, knower of the beast, and known to it in kind.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh, purifying brew. Ooh, and those books are glowy.
Yep. Sure are. Okay. Well,
Uh-huh.
that's a nice effect.
Yeah. You know what time of day? It must be daytime because there was light.
Yeah.
If this game is smart enough to do that. We'll
Who
see.
knows? It's
There's
daytime.
something
Yeah,
drawn on
okay.
Hill.
So you should go check out what's drawn on the... Why did you do that? Not you, Eric.
Hates rocks.
Yeah. So, a fun thing here is, did you see the figure on Hillfigure Knoll?
I'll take
Yes. Eric.
Did you explore it at all?
No, I went here.
You should go to the tip of the spear on the figure.
Okay. I can do that.
So that's a fun little tip.
Is this a spear?
No, that's the base of his spear. If you look at your mini map,
I
you can kind of see his hand.
Oh, yeah. Fucking harpies.
Harpies.
Oh yeah. Trying to ruin you.
Oops, I'm using
you
the
get loot.
wrong thing. Using the wrong one. I'm working on it. There's another one somewhere.
I've learned a new way to fight.
How? How would you have learned another new way? What's new about fighting harpies at this point, Eric?
Well, these are snow harpies.
Oh, these are snow harpies. Okay, well that's different.
Yeah. Clearly.
God, I do love just being able to look back and see stuff. You know?
Duh.
Those talons
Uh-huh.
fight deep.
Talent fight
Draw
deep.
its attention. Right. That's the harpy scene.
Jeez.
Fire!
That was really disorienting. I didn't realize they were sliding. I thought I was moving or something.
Shall restore your health. Hold on.
That was here. Okay. Y'all good? Everyone topped up? What the fuck is that sound?
Which one?
There's like deep slurping sounds.
Well, I did not hear that. Anyway, go like where Ari is. Oh, too far. Go back to the tip of the spear. Like on the tip of the spear. A little bit more into the tip of the spear. Like actually like on the rocks. Keep on going. You'll know it. You'll get up. There it is.
I don't know what that is.
You should check it. I don't remember how good they are for you at this moment. Oh my god, you have so much shit.
Look, I've been killing harpies and wandering around. Oh, I've got new stuff
fair.
here.
Uh-huh.
What new stuff do I have?
That I think is
Greased
for
mounted
warriors.
pail.
Yeah.
What?
Gross. It's a big hammer.
Ah,
Hmm.
fancy daggers.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Fancy daggers. Yeah, agreed. Wotan042 says Hillfigure Knoll is a bit of a tease since there are no usable spears in the game. I know. It sucks. So those are like...
Yeah, I gotta
okay.
upgrade
What's
them.
Check the details on them again. I can't remember if they do something special. Or if they're just
Ancient
like
daggers
decent stats.
once used spear tips, they emanate mysterious power. Well, they emanate a mysterious power.
They do that.
I wonder if
think
you
it might just
upgrade them and
be-
they're like, this does this now, because
I'm looking. I'm
blah,
checking.
blah, blah.
I think they're just like good physical daggers is probably the thing.
Eh, I'll
Oh
take
yeah, and they're
'em.
unique.
I'm not
And
mad.
they're unique. That's the other thing. They're just like this is the only place to get these. Which is neat.
There's kookaburras over here?
Probably. That's probably kookaburras.
Seems it was abandoned here.
Truly not the first time we've run into abandoned tents. Not really worth noting at this point.
No.
Yeah, those are kookaburras.
No, I think that those are probably goblins.
Oh, snow goblins.
Monsters never walk for hiding spots in the forest.
It's just the same audio file of a kookaburra. Just, what the fuck?
Maybe that's what snow harpies sound like.
It is not.
So while you're up here, it might be worth getting to a place where it's worth leaving that port crystal.
Like that weird fort?
No, I think further up, because that fort's like, it's
That
pretty
fort's,
much
like,
a straight.
close-ish.
It is, but there is like,
I'm over encumbered.
yeah, you gotta share stuff.
Okay. Eric can just hold all of my old clothes I'm not wearing right now.
I'll do it. That'll help.
And all of my bones. Whoops, I used it. That's not what I wanted to do.
No,
Well, whatever.
it's fine.
I got a shit ton of that stuff anyway. Okay. I've got more skeleton night tactics.
There you go. That's the good stuff.
I guess. I think we've determined Eric is a reliable skull guy.
Yeah, not throwing those skulls, not wasting
Everyone
those
just got
skulls.
fucking fairy stones coming out of their ass right now.
It'd be very funny if Ponce just be like, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna deal with this bullshit.
Isometricine.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
isometricine.
Should give him both of those. Okay, that's fine for now.
I've gained.
Okay.
Some new insight.
I've learned a new way to fight their ill.
With an X, Master.
Are they cool or are they not cool?
They're armed, Master.
They're
Those
not
are arms.
cool.
They're not cool. No.
Okay. What is with the fucking kookaburras?
I don't know.
There we go. That's the shit I want. Oh, he seems fun.
Oh yeah.
Can I Get rid of him ASAP. Ow. Wow, that was a painful one.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Health, and I just want health. Entire party.
There's a Steam post here on Steam discussions. Is this the only game containing kookaburras? It makes me chuckle every time.
There's no way it's the only game containing kookaburras, considering how every cartoon has kookaburras.
Sure.
New battle. I'll take this.
Oh, that's a garden bird? It's a rare, naturally occurring fauna in Dragon's Dogma.
Shut up.
I'm serious. 4 of
Shut
them live in the Duke's domain, near the Duchess's garden.
It's a kookaburra.
The garden bird remains hidden in the undergrowth until approached. Difficult to kill, as its small target will fly off rapidly when approached.
Fake.
It's real. They occasionally drop a small nut or an egg.
Who cares then?
Those that witness the Arisen killing birds will have this affinity for them.
For the Arisen or for the birds?
For the birds. No, for the Arisen.
Because they
Why'd you
killed
gotta
a
kill that
small
bird?
bird?
Yeah, why do you have to kill that bird? Whoa! I love that attack so much. It's so good.
Guy's got a shield and it fucking sucks.
Uh-huh. You used to fight
Dead.
with harpies and unshielded goblins. And...
Asshole.
Nice. What? Knock back Eric. Oh, there's another guy. Hey, nice work using a healing item, Eric. You see that?
Yeah.
Good job. And everyone's going over and getting healed. This is what I like to see. Yeah. Now we're fucking talking. One guy left with a bow. Guess what? You're fucking
Yo!
done. Uh-huh. All sorts of chests over here.
Gossip's mask. Hot.
Large coin pouch.
Ring of Rapture?
Is that what that was? Weird.
It was something Apture, and the only word I can think of that fits that is Rapture or Capture, or there's got to be another one, right?
I wonder what's inside.
You sure it wasn't Ring of Purpur? I don't know how to read this word. I don't know this word.
Purpura?
Purpura. Purpure.
Isn't that a medical
It's-
thing?
Yeah, it's
Purpura
inherently
is-
purpure is a tincture equivalent to the color purple. It's one of the 5 main or most usually used colors in heraldry.
Oh.
We gotta find out what that ring is. Also, what that mask does. Wait, zoom in on that mask. We gotta look at that
I
mask.
could upgrade this mask and it would be okay. Oh, it has like teeth on it.
You want to be like a shark lady?
Gossip mask.
What's the description? I gotta read the
Tea.
description.
A mask painted with the frightening image of open jaws, meant to strike fear into one's foes, like a gossip.
Classic, like a gossip does, yeah.
Pretty good debilitation resistance.
Yeah. That ain't bad.
I don't love having a big tooth mask on, but
Yeah.
Ring of, oh, it was Ring of Pure
Yeah.
Pure.
Ring of purple.
A magical ring that shines bright violet, heightens resistance to thunder. That's fun,
Sure. Yeah.
I guess.
Totally.
It's probably very useful if you're playing on an extremely hard difficulty.
Yeah, or if you're fighting a boss that does a bunch of lightning shit or something.
Yeah.
Not super necessary.
I read I was
By
gonna
itself.
put oil in my lantern.
Good call.
There we go. Should also save. That fucking kookaburra, I can't. It's a cliff. It's really hard. Yeah, this is a sort of cliff.
Yeah, it's sort of a cliff. Yeah, that's a cliff.
Jeez. Yeah? Where? What?
I don't know.
A white wolf will be red soon enough. Fuck. Oh, it's like a whole pack of them.
Oh yeah,
that
those
looks
are those,
sick.
That's the. Oh my god.
Let's do it. Get up here, wolves. Good
They're-
luck.
These wolves are. Have you fought these yet? Have you fought dire wolves
Nope,
yet?
but I just saved. Oh, they're not taking any damage at all. huh?
They're for real. You
Is this
don't
a
have
bad-
the best. Try just regular shots. Because I think fire does extra damage to them.
Hey, wolf.
That's no mere wolf.
Okay,
Yeah, when was the last time you
knives.
saved? Yeah, knives is the play.
The last time I saved was like a minute ago.
Okay, then you're
When
good.
I was fucking around in my inventory.
Alright, good.
I know there's more of them, but
Oh yeah.
stabbing them seems to work pretty okay.
It does, yeah. The thing that's toughest is that six-fold bolt doesn't really do shit because I think that they're strong against ice, if I remember right.
Yeah, I feel like a lot
and-
of the things here should be strong against ice.
Yeah, it's cold up here, right? That's how magic works. God, there's
see.
so many.
Let's do it. Bring them up. Get up here, guys.
Nice. Look
Ow.
how big that thing is.
Ah.
God damn. Uh-huh. Nice.
Let's do a quick little heal. Also, Eric, I know I was like, that's a good line, but you keep saying it and it's not getting better. Diminishing returns, my guy. Jeez. Ugh. Oh, that one's still alive. Okay. Alright. If they just keep coming up here two at a time, I think we're good.
Yeah, totally. I think you can handle that. Fools, honestly.
Telephone?
Uh-huh. You got a telephone. It's really useless because it's the only one in Grancis.
There's more blood.
Whoops. Nope, 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 nope. Wrong way. Where the fuck? There it is. There we go. Slice them up.
Mm-hmm.
Turn them red.
Turn them red.
That one's okay. That one's
God, that
good.
rules. Is that tossing trigger? You should try tossing trigger.
So I have
think
that,
it-
but I don't know if I have the. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. That was good.
Ugh. That's fine.
You're? Oh, you need stamina.
I need
I see. I
stamina.
was like, you're good. And then I realized, no, you're not. You're not
I
particularly.
don't have any rotting meat on me right now. Who's got rotting meat?
Not these dire wolves.
There we
apparently.
go. Hey, Eric, can I have your
Yum.
scrag? Ugh. Ow. Oof. Okay. Ugh. Okay. All right. I really like having the light up arrow to deprive the wolves of the cloak of darkness. Another one over here, isn't there? I fucking hear you, buddy. Ugh. Man, wolves, huh?
There's a lot of them. Honestly, I'm shocked the ecosystem can support them. I'm shocked there's enough to hunt here. There's just those kookaburras, and that's kind of it.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
We have
I guess travelers.
There's still. Seems to still be
Yeah?
one kicking around. Oh,
Maybe.
is that? That's light on a tent.
There's light on a tent.
Hey,
Oh,
buddy.
there you go. There you go.
Oh, there's 2, 3.
3, 8.
4.
4. And a goblin
5,
over there. That's a
6.
goblin.
Oh, those are.
Those are. Oh
No,
my
those are many
God.
wolves. Those are actually wolves.
Those are
in fact.
additional
Those
wolves,
are
you're right.
wolves.
Jesus Christ.
It's fine.
I'm gonna save.
Yeah, I'm enjoying killing the wolves, but I do
Uh-huh.
want to save. Yes,
You should just in case do a little save.
just in case, do a little save. Do a little save. Drink some coffee. I really hate that I can't do vertical or horizontal.
I know. I
Control.
wonder if there's a mod for that. There should be.
There must be.
I feel like. Oh, I bet there's at least a. What do you call that? What's the thing? It's a cheat engine. A cheat engine.
Boundary. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder if I could do it with NVIDIA Ansel or whatever the fuck it's called. Although I imagine this doesn't have Ansel support, actually.
Yeah.
That would be surprising to me.
That would be surprising.
Okay. So the thing I'm going to do... I'm just going to see about bringing a couple of these guys up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that.
Hi. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy. Hi. Ugh.
Hold it still while I finish it.
Alright, we're going in.
Finish it!
Uh-huh.
Quickly! Do not just attack blindly. Watch for their lunges.
Watch their behavior and take care of me.
It's more bloodthirsty than a wolf. Just wait. You'll see a weakness.
Clever than a common wolf.
I was talking earlier about how I find the combat in this game mechanically satisfying, and I mean mechanically in a way that is like a lot more literal than I would say if I would. Then I would also say that combat in Divinity: Original Sin is mechanically satisfying, but I mean mechanical in a very different sense.
Yeah, you mean like the systems in Divinity are rewarding, but here there's like
here it's like things
like
click
physical.
and
Yes,
yeah. There's a physicality to that mechanicalness.
Totally. The fact that like the
is
person
satisfying
who
to just sit and do.
Yeah, this in some ways I think this was an important bridge game for me to get to Monster Hunter eventually, which is also members of this team. And that's like, oh yeah, of course, that's
climbing
yes.
on stuff, preparing for your fights.
Like big differentiation between character, weapon types, and stuff. Like it's all kind of right there. You know? And just hey, it feels good to do the thing. You know. Those ones
like
weren't
that's the thing is
shit. Those ones you
no,
just crush.
I have fire arrows right now, which is helping.
I'll do it.
You know, I could just teleport back to town right now, but instead I'm like, I'll just stand in the forest
I'll
in the
clear
dark
out
fighting
these wolves.
dire wolves. Why the fuck
Yeah.
not? I can do it.
I'll watch these arrows like tilt and turn as they get close to to hitting them. It feels great.
You were very stressed about these dire wolves, but they're fine.
Well, imagine if you had stumbled into them
If
all
I was
the way.
if I was getting all 20 dire wolves at once, yes, that would be bad.
It can break bad. That's the other thing. It's like it can just break bad in this game. You can just suddenly be on your last legs as you get hit 3 times by something. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing is these wolves when they do hit me, 2 hits would probably take me out.
Yeah.
Larger than a wolf. Think well before striking.
Tis deader too. Oh, there he is. Hey, bud.
He's more bloodthirsty than a wolf.
What the fuck was that? Oh, that was tossing trigger. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should be using that, is the thing.
We have triumphed.
A curative will serve.
We've got to be running out of wolves soon, right? There's still a few down there
Maybe
for sure.
there's a
but...
chance that they're respawning, but like you've bitten into them pretty hard, you know. So maybe not.
I got one.
I wonder if they're traveling from, because I know where there's a bunch of them kind of near here as another big group, and I'm curious if they're like replacing. I don't know.
Here he comes.
There must dire wolves.
Singular.
Dire wolves.
I'll take that.
Okay. I think we're gonna save.
Yeah.
But I think we're good to just meander down there.
Yeah.
Could you grapple a wolf and then ride around on the wolf?
No, unfortunately, you just kind of hold it in place. Sorry, I know you want there to be mounts in every game.
Every
honestly.
game.
Uh-huh. This game had horses, that would be the best.
There should be mounts in Dragon's Dogma. There should be mounts in Genshin Impact. There should be mounts in Style Savvy. There should be mounts in Fantasy Life.
Aren't there mounts in? Is there not a mount in Fantasy Life? Can you not ride a horse?
There are mounts in Fantasy Life. I was wrong.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't thinking.
Like, wait a second.
I was just saying names.
Uh-huh.
I was just saying video game words.
Mm-hmm.
There should be mounts in Dragon Age 2 specifically.
Sure.
This isn't... Why is there just a fire here? Don't just have fire.
Maybe by the day there's different things there. I don't know.
Maybe, but put your fire out, people.
Mm-hmm. It's not safe.
It's not
So yeah, I would say
safe.
maybe follow this
Site of an
road
attack.
up a little bit further,
Belongings have been
because you're
scattered about.
close to like a really important fork in the road, is what I would say.
Okay.
Not this way. Not this way.
I
the
know,
other
I
way.
know. They just said
Okay.
that some sort of horrible attack happened here.
Yeah. Seems like.
Which makes me think, what if goodies? But this
What
just
if
seems to be
loot?
wagons.
Yeah.
It's one of these things, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And a chest.
There you go.
Peppermint seed! Yum!
Delicious.
And this
Actually, is peppermint seed
skeleton.
anything? Is that anything, or is it only peppermint the plant? Does peppermint seed have like an essence of peppermint in it? If you like cook stuff with peppermint seed.
Probably. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
celery seed tastes like celery.
Sure.
Kind of. Maybe that's the only seed that does, and that's why it's a spice too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you just fucking showing off?
Tower in the distance. What says the map, Arisen?
Where? What the fuck are you talking about?
What did they say?
Tower in the distance.
Oh, there is. Look. Okay, so look around. Well, climb that. Go past that big rock. Hide that big rock if they'll let you. Let's see if they will. No, they won't. Let's go around that big rock. Oh, no. Just too steep. Maybe over to the right a little bit? Or just keep going forward and you'll see what the hell.
There's
she was talking
another
about.
cage. Cool. This is
This is
the
cage
area where
country.
we cage people. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is it that
right.
light up here?
Yeah. So go up to like this little step area here. And now if you look over
Wintry
to the
herb.
right-
Ooh.
Ooh.
Seasonal.
So if you look that way now, maybe you can't see it from here, but you're kind of at the crossroad. If you pull up your map really quick, yeah, I don't know why.
Is that
she was
like
talking
is
about
that
tower.
shape a tower?
That might be the tower. It's
or
just
like
foggy.
it looks like weird clouds. What?
It does.
Oh, great. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. Ari, please
Oh,
be careful.
you should not be there, Ari.
No, I don't want this.
God, what was that shape in the fog? I don't know if that was it. It isn't that general direction, but like that looks like that's wild looking.
It's weird.
I think that's just a weird cloud.
It looks like
That's just
it
a
looks
weird
like one of
cloud.
those
Strike shall be mine.
looks like a Japanese castle or fortress.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah,
has
totally.
that profile to the roof.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the name of one, and I truly cannot remember the name of the one I'm thinking of. But they exist.
We do. The word for castle is a Japanese word I think I would recognize, but that I can't pull from the tip of my tongue, and it's killing me.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while since I was that nerd. You know.
It's been a while since I played Spirit of Sonata.
There you go.
We have triumphed.
Strength in numbers.
Get that foreign knife. Oh, it's a glacial pinion. My mistake. Sorry, what about it? Right. Another one. And a dire wolf. Cool.
And a dire wolf.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh, a bunch of
A
them.
bunch of them. Yep.
Good stuff. Love it. Come here, you fucking wolves. Come here, you fucking wolves.
Think well before striking.
Did the harpy? Did we lose a harpy in some of
In
or
the
did
mess,
we get that harpy?
maybe. Maybe.
I don't see one flying around. We definitely lost. There's still a wolf over here. I fucking see you. You think you're being wily? Oh man, they like zigzag. That's smart.
Just wait.
Oh yeah.
Strength in numbers arisen.
I don't remember which way I was supposed to be going versus the way that I was just randomly opinion.
Yeah, I was just kind of pointing out. So if you look if you pull up your map really quick.
See, that thing is gone now, so I think it's just
Yeah, it was
weird
a cloud
clouds.
thing. I was keeping my eyes on it. Anyway, don't go anywhere else from here for a second. Pull up your map. I just want to kind of give you a vibe of where you are in relation to things you already know about. So, so obviously you're pretty far away. You're still pretty close to that little to the Hillfigure. You're a little close to that castle. If you end up looking like just to the left a little bit, there will be another fortressy looking thing. There's also a location to the northwest, just a little. You're kind of at the edge of the map. You're at the northern edge of the map here in some ways, or at least part of the northern edge of the map. And I think this is like a pretty good place to port crystal because there's some escort
This spot right
quests up
here, or the like fortress place?
where you are. Because to your right, I mean, you might want to run up to the fortress. It's not like a big fortress where there's. It's a big story place.
I'm just worried
but
of
really,
putting a port crystal in the middle of Harpy and Wolf Town. Is mostly
yeah,
my
then maybe
concern
run
there.
up to that. That's fair then. And then if you go to where that kind of fortress wall is, it's a pretty good place to get to some stuff up here.
God, more
which
fucking wolves.
Yeah, no, this is serious wolf territory. But yeah, there's a bunch of quests that end up coming up this way, including
2 wolves.
some escort stuff and some main story stuff eventually.
I fucking see you, you little piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
3.
that, Digard, but I haven't said it, but like that's also a good spot, but it's like further from some stuff, but I guess it's not that much further. Maybe that's the spot to do it. You should, yeah.
Shit.
You
I
should kill
missed.
these wolves.
Stupid
Yeah.
fucking...
This way. We'll see a reason.
The air she gets with that thing is just incredible.
It's interesting that the white wolves do get bloody and dirty,
They do.
as you heard them.
They do, in fact, get turned red. God, yeah, that one's pretty good at dodging, huh?
Yeah,
If you're close,
that
so
move
it's
that they
breaking
do
off.
is really,
Yeah.
really something.
That's
This'll
just a
get
rock.
'em.
It was a big rock.
There's still 2 fucking around here somewhere. I know it.
Yeah, there will always be 2. There really will. They should have broken that tree. That would have been great.
Not that game.
If only.
Is that Scrag?
Yeah, that's good scrap.
It's bad Scrag, which is good.
Mm,
Important distinction.
you're right. My bad.
If you served me
Right.
that Scrag and said this is good Scrag, I would say you need to take that Scrag back to the deli. They shouldn't have cut that one off the hawk for you. Hey, wolf. Ow. Damn it. I got a stamina. That's what's happening. I was like, why can't I do all my cool shit? I'm about to get fucking eaten by a wolf. I'm also heavy, which sucks. Use this scrag I just picked up. Give these apples to Eric. Give these nuts to Eric. I'm full of wolf bones. That's why I'm heavy. I've got
That's
6
the thing.
million
You
wolf
got
corpses.
A billion, yeah. Hey, Eric, hold these.
Please. Okay. When it's on the ground, I guess I can't scoop it up. That makes sense.
No, yeah.
Hey, could y'all take care of that wolf for me while I get it?
You can always just do regular attacks, also.
I know, but it's not as fun.
Yeah, you gotta learn some. You gotta learn some combos. You gotta unlock some cool dagger combos that are free. Free
I think
stamina
I
wise,
have
not.
some of those.
Yeah. Oh, well, that one bit you.
Did bite
Thanks,
me.
Eric.
Do not just attack blindly.
Shut up.
Watch their behavior
Dodgy.
and take careful aim.
Fire
There we
works
go.
well.
We have triumphed.
Did it!
Alright, this is literally a fortress right here, okay?
Yes, yes. Do not fall into that gap. You cannot get up very easily.
Alright, good to know.
Yeah. So your options here really are this place to your right, and then there's a cool thing if you just keep going straight here. It's
In
probably
this
worth checking
weird
in with these
gap?
guys to the right. Yeah. It's probably worth checking with these guys to the right before you go up there, but because you're going to be up there. Because my guess is you're going to choose the place up there and then want to leave the port crystal and then just teleport away.
That's a good point.
So rather than give yourself
You're
a
not
third
wrong about
trip.
me.
Let's see what's up with these guys and add it to your map.
Why does it sound like an airplane here?
Because it's very windy, which is why I don't want you to fall into that cavern. Or not cavern, that canyon.
But there's stuff down there.
You will be there eventually, I promise you.
Okay.
Do not go there now unless you want to be there for the next
Hey, what the fuck?
2 hours. Yeah, we'll get there. Don't worry. One thing at a time.
Okay,
That is
I
not where
guess
I'm
that's
leading
just...
you. I promise that is not the thing I'm leading
I
you
guess
to. Though,
that's
if you want to
just
fight
there, and these guys are just like, yeah, that's
They're not
him.
going to win that fight.
He says fuck off.
He does. Yeah.
Well, great.
It's important to get told fuck off now instead of go up there, fight a bunch more wolves, leave your port crystal, come back here, talk to them, and then they say fuck off. You know?
Fair. That's fair. Oh, there's Dragon Age chatter that I've been missing.
Oh yeah, there's a ton. You'll have to catch up.
But
A lot
I
of
miss.
pro DA2 stuff. So you're in
The
good
tide
company.
has really the tide of opinion has really turned on DA2, but I think that's largely a function of like the people who were just looking for an RPG have moved on, and the
Yeah.
people who were looking for a Dragon Age game are the ones who still talk about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it's a good one of those.
The rocks
Yeah.
here may hold all.
Yes, the dungeons are quite repetitive because you are in the same town. And when 3 years pass, different people take over a cave and use it for their purposes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna happen. It would be weird if it would be very fucking weird if you lived in the same place for like 7 years and new caves just started appearing. That would be weird. Anyway, that's I also really like that Fenris and Isabella hook up. It's fun. One of my favorite things about Dragon Age 2 is just that, like, those characters, unlike basically every other party-based RPG I could name, it does feel, especially by the end, not at the beginning, but at the end, that those characters have lives beyond the main character.
Yeah, that's a big part of what the conversation has been in the chat for sure.
Definitely not true at the start, but, like, one of my
As it
favorite
goes.
things is that Fenris and Varric have a weekly card game. Not even with Aveline, but with Aveline's partner. And, like, you don't even know, you're not even invited. Like, you just hear about it in passing, because it's just like a thing that they do on their own, and that's fun. It's not even, they don't even play Wicked Grace, they play the other one. I forget what it's called. Oh, it's gonna
Flutter
bug me.
padding. Was it called flutter padding?
No.
I'm checking.
It's Wicked Grace and something.
Diamondback? Is it Diamondback?
It might
No.
be. That doesn't sound right, but it might be.
Let's see. Is it Dead Man's Tricks?
No, I've never heard of that one.
Is it Chanson d'Argent?
No.
Chanson? I don't know.
Also, it would be chanson.
Perhaps it bears novel fruit. We have triumphed.
might be Diamondback. I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a
Mhm.
thing.
Uh-huh.
There's deer.
There's deer.
This, master. Shall we enter?
Is just like a sick healing fountain?
This is a sick healing fountain. This is a healing spring, which
Oh,
is
and
a
it heals your
common-
max
It
business.
heals
I
your
see,
max
I
business,
see.
and you see Erica's getting some spring water.
Oh, you can
Eric was-
fill bottles here?
You can fill bottles here, and that spring water is very good.
Interesting. I like the deer are just like, what the fuck?
They're just hanging out, yeah.
Hey, bud. Yeah, this is definitely where I want to put a port crystal.
Yeah. Talk about the safest place,
Why are there so many coffins around here?
because it's like a holy place. You bury people out near the spring water.
They're not buried, they're just set.
Set people out by the spring water. Hope for the best.
I guess.
You bury them underground, that's how they become zombies. It's cursed ground, but holy water.
Sure.
Oh, that's the other thing. I forgot about this part of spring water. Do you have anything rotten on you?
Does it de-rot
You can use-
things?
You can de-rot things.
Huh.
It refreshes. Oh, sorry. I think it can only refresh kept rotten things. So if you have kept,
Oh.
do you have kept ambrosial meat, or did we throw that away? Kept rotten.
I think I just threw it away at the time.
Okay. Yeah, I had forgotten this until I looked at the website. Yeah, kept rotten things will turn into.
Do
kept
people or do
things.
people do things get to the rotten level and then stop, or do they eventually like
Yes.
disappear?
Yeah,
okay.
they get to the rotten level.
So if
and
I
stuff.
get rotten ambrosial meat, I can just sit on that and then keep it and then bring it here.
Yep. Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
Why do I have a cool ring?
That's a different one of those periapts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had to put it somewhere cool.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Apparently, pawns will instantly use enough. Okay, so the way spring water works is it's 330 health to everyone in the party,
Treasure, perhaps?
which is great. And apparently, pawns will use spring water, enough spring water to keep an individual party member alive if struck with a heavy blow. This happens faster than a human hand can open an inventory for a healing item, and much faster than a spell can be cast, thereby making a mage unnecessary if you
Whoa.
have a lot of spring water with you. That's interesting.
Damn.
I've never done that sort of build, but like, presumably you could buy empty flasks for cheap. Come out here, stack them.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of empty flasks. Like that's
Yeah.
just a thing I could.
Yeah. It's heavier than potent greenwarish, but more effective and wastes less time than healing everyone individually. That makes sense. Also, you just have infinite money now if you want, because empty flasks can be bought for 20 gold each. Spring water can be sold for 80 gold each. So
Yeah, I'm not going to
bought
spend the time to do
100.
that.
I'm just saying, if you were ever like, oh,
It already to me feels like I have infinite money.
yeah.
Should I be fighting that Chimera right now, or should I
I
just
think you
not
can go
be?
for it. I think slide down there and fuck it up. Save,
Well, yeah.
and then go fuck up that Chimera. See if you can. I wish you could pet these deer.
Yeah.
I wish if you hurt one of these deer, it turned off the spring. And it was like, no. fuck
Oh, I
off.
don't know about that. I accidentally hurt things sometimes.
No, you can't touch the deer. The deer are precious. That feels like it's guidance to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it isn't, then fuck off, game.
It's not.
All right, double jump, double jump, double jump.
I double jumped too.
Too early.
I did double jump too early. Yes.
All right. Well, you're
What
here
if,
now.
Can I just teleport up there with my fairy stone
Oh,
and heal?
You could, yeah, you totally could. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, that's what it's for. Also, the reason I just realized now that you're running out of stamina is because you were so much shit.
Yeah.
That's why it suddenly become a thing.
Yeah.
I had not put that together somehow.
Anytime.
You didn't need to do that. It just
What?
like registered to me what Orko did.
Wait, what did he do? I missed it.
He just did a healing spell, but like we're at this
Oh.
spring.
He just wanted to get in on the action.
I guess.
Orko loves healing.
I guess. Okay. Whoops. You know what? I never use this shit. These direwolf pelts are heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I've just got... Alright, flutter padding. Undergarb for the lower body that doesn't restrict the wearer's movement.
True. And Brigandine Jerkin.
Strands of iron.
Ooh, that's not bad. Wait, it's not under. Wait, that's armor. That's not under
Yeah, it
anything.
replaces my robe thing.
Yeah, it's good. I guess it's worse. It's way worse on magic defense, but your magic defense is so good that it's hard to like.
Yeah, and that's...
You know.
This is worse, but if... Wait, this is
If you
clothing.
boost
This
it,
is clothing.
That's clothing.
So if I
yeah.
boosted it instead of my chainmail, it would actually probably be better than the chainmail.
Yeah.
I
then you
could give the chainmail to Eric.
Boom. There you go. Now we're talking.
Here's my question. Should I give this to Eric? Oh, he can't wear it. It doesn't
You
work
can't
for him.
wear it. Yeah, sadly. I so wish you could make pawns hybrid classes. My understanding is people tried to mod it, but like the AI is just not there. They just don't know how to use those moves, which makes sense, you know.
Yeah. Is this the time where I want him healing? In the sunlight?
Maybe. Yeah. Also, it looks cool.
It's a different
yeah,
metal
one less
texture than his
thing.
helmet, which is frustrating to me, but...
Yeah. There is... That armor exists out there, you know? Which is
We
the
can
thing.
give it a shot. See how it goes. distribute this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna save again because that was a lot of redistribution.
Good call.
I think this herb is a trick.
I agree. There is a way down here because I've done it before, and maybe it's those rocks to the right. Like, do you see? Like, there's the outcropping. I mean,
yeah,
like,
but I mean,
right-
there's
right
rocks
there.
here. Yeah, yeah.
That's the ones I mean. Yeah.
I'll just double jump. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Just double jump towards the end. Too early.
Too early. Well,
Too early. Yeah, that's
I'll
not too
eat
bad,
that
though.
one. I'll eat it.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah. And if you move forward, they should catch up with you, just magically.
That would be fantastic.
Just like run off to the left so you don't trigger the Chimera right away. Well. Oh yeah, they're here. They're here. They're here.
I shall take on the strong.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
You got it. This is your first Chimera, right? Well, at the beginning of the
I
game,
mean, I did the
obviously.
tutorial
but-
Chimera.
Yeah, yeah.
So, snake ass, it's hard to, this is hard to do.
Light them up. Just light them up.
One face at the peak.
Nice.
No.
Whoa.
Pass, actually.
Ooh.
See, I have a thing where I can't fucking dodge with those buttons I know I have a dodge for.
Yeah, we just have to sit around and practice it. We really do. Nice. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. Wow, instant death.
I don't know
All
if
right.
I'm good on this
You can do
one.
this. You can totally do this.
Uh,
I totally think you can do this. Let's try one more time. Keep your distance. It's hard. I mean, that was a situation where you should have healed, right? Like, we both knew you probably should have healed
Yeah.
before that.
Shall we enter?
I think you can do it, though.
Oh, it's right. It's just on here. I totally didn't register that it was on here.
Yeah,
That helps
totally.
a lot. I had not been thinking of it as an action that is on this wheel. I'd been thinking of it as like a weird other thing I had to remember for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yep.
So
Nope,
this
it's
is-
right there.
okay.
Boom. No stamina. 0 stamina on this. Do this whenever you want.
Sick.
So that means like if you need to sprint away but you have no stamina, roll away instead.
This is just how I'm playing this game now. This
Yep.
is a Sonic the Hedgehog game to me
This
now.
is okay.
Just gonna spin dash my way through every encounter. I'll be fine. Okay. I think this area is
Maybe
just
over that way.
higher.
Yeah, it might be.
Is the other thing.
I definitely found a place to slide down, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I did just do the slow walk around, but I think over here looks maybe easier.
I don't know. This all seems
No,
high.
this looks worse. This looks worse to me somehow. How about over there? All the way over there? Like to the right? You know, straight ahead? You know what I mean? That looks kind of lowish. Left to here. God, I can hear it down there.
One slip and it's a long fall down.
All right, Ari, chill. Yeah.
This is top to bottom. I don't know.
I think you do. Wait, let's just step forward and take a look down. This feels lower to me.
No, it does
Well,
not.
it's scary. It is lower. It is 100% lower.
But there's no rocks.
There's no
Here's
rock,
the thing.
yeah.
The place has rocks.
Yeah. Maybe keep going up here past the river or past the spring and see if there's another little... Is there like a better slidey place
Maybe.
beyond?
Could be.
Here's a question. Do you regenerate stamina while rolling? That's the question.
That's asking a bit much.
Well, I'm just curious. I was just saying we should test it.
Seems like a grassy bit here.
Yeah,
so I think
yeah.
maybe
This might be. This might be the play. Also, who knows? There was a chest down here.
True.
Like
That's
that
like a
bird. What was that
halfway platform. There's a nest.
There's a nest. There was a
There's
nest.
some wood in it. Great. I don't know even
This looks
fucking care.
interesting.
Yeah, this seems
Yeah,
this
this
seems
is it.
better.
This is it. Yeah, agreed. Oh, you're good. That's nothing. That's literally no damage.
Yeah.
Wait. This is it. This is it. You don't have to go further, right? This is
I know.
the
I
arena.
was looking.
Oh, okay.
That's the place that goes into that horrible canyon.
Yes.
Now, right?
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
Okay.
Well, I'm nervous. Oh, save. Save here.
Good plan.
Not that you're gonna need a third time, but.
A lot of pro Bethany sentiment in the chat right now, and I support it. Bethany's very nice, but I think in terms of storytelling, Carver is more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice, like that aspect of sibling rivalry of Carver is the one non-mage sibling in that family, and their father was a mage,
Right.
so the idea that his father spent all this extra time with his sisters training them up. And he has a lot of baggage about that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very interesting when, his options are if you don't take him in the deep roads, he'll join the Templars. That's the thing that happens.
Yeah.
And to him, that's a one, I can be useful this way, but also two, he does kind of protect Hawk. It is implied that he's protecting Hawk a bit in doing that. And it's interesting. I find it a little more interesting than Bethany's thing, if she doesn't go into the deep roads, is that she gets brought to the circle, which one doesn't make a ton of sense to me when there are clearly two mages, and everyone fucking knows.
Yeah.
But two, she becomes the mage who's it's actually okay in the circle.
You should get some six-fold bolt in while you have the chance to. That's what I want to say really quick. You can keep going. They try to hit the snake. Yeah.
Yeah. She becomes the mage who's it's not so bad here, it's mostly okay, and I don't know that that's the voice we need in the Kirkwall situation.
Yeah.
That's the voice that Dragon Age in general needs, is Harco, please. In general, Dragon Age did totally need a better, a mage who is this is actually okay. I don't know why this monster's not moving.
It's entranced by you talking about Dragon Age 2. I think you just haven't gotten in. I think you're just sitting just outside of its range.
Fine.
Yeah.
Massive.
Whoops. So yeah, I think Carver has funny dialogue. I'm a big Fenris fan, even though I'm very pro mage. I appreciate the friction between Fenris and a mage hawk. But a thing that I think is really interesting about that dynamic additionally is that Carver is very eager to impress Fenris, because Fenris is one of the first people he's met who's cool and also kind of is sick of mages and they bullshit in a way that's not just outright fuck all mages, I'm just some ignorant asshole, like, you know. So he's like, he really wants to impress Fenris, and it's really awkward. He's not good at it.
Mm.
One of my favorite lines is like, he's like, I have a tattoo, because he joined the Ferelden. He joined the army fighting with King Kaelin and all that in Dragon Age Origins times. And he's like, I have a tattoo. It's of a Mabari, and I can make it wag its tail or something like that. And Fenris is like, yeah, sick. Mine are torture that was given to me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the end of that conversation. And as it should be, I don't know, like I like having the awkward brother dynamic. I think it's interesting. This is fucked up.
Yeah, this isn't it. This is cruel, honestly.
I'm not gonna do anything to change this, but also it's fucked up. I also really like, I like some of the stuff that happens, like, it's implied if Carver is a Templar. There we go. It's implied if Carver is a Templar post to, not implied, I think they say it outright, that in like Inquisition times, he's been like sort of put on an assignment to keep him safe, to keep him out of all of the bullshit that's going on.
Sure.
And I like that, you know, the implication you can draw from that is that, like, he didn't join the rebellion. He didn't join the Templars who were the rebellion. The Templars who were like, you aren't doing enough about this rebellion. We need to kill them all. And that's fun. I like the idea that Cullen and Carver are work friends.
Are they? Is that true?
Cullen would have been his boss.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like a different. I didn't know if it was the same place.
Work friends is like a strong way to phrase it, but
Okay.
it's also, you know, they're both quite moderate as Templars go. Or at least Cullen gets there. Around the time that Carver is there is when he's getting more moderate. I just find that in general a much more interesting dynamic than with Bethany.
However, I definitely had Bethany, and I like definitely picked her because I knew. I think just because I was like, because I was playing a male hawk, right?
Yeah.
Choice,
you only
right?
you only get Carver if you're playing. No, it's not male. It's what your class is. So if you're playing as a mage, they don't want to give you an extra mage in the party to start with.
Right. And I was playing as a rogue, so I had Bethany.
Yes.
And I remember
you only get Carver
none
if
of
you're
it.
playing a
I
mage.
remember none of it, which I think speaks to the quality of that stuff. You should kill that. You should kill that goat so it stops casting spells.
Bethany's like, I find Bethany very forgettable.
That's what I'm saying.
Because her characteristic is like she is your nice sister who is mostly nice. Sometimes you disagree.
It's not just gonna pounce on you. Oh, it's not. It's casting. Sorry.
I've been working that goat head. I don't know how it's still alive.
It'll die eventually. You know why?
There
It has a strong.
Oh, no, the lion has
That's
fallen.
the lion.
So it's just
I
the
can tell
goat
you
now?
why. The goat has strong magical defense. So someone has to get up there and fucking hit it. I very rarely do I see the lion fall.
Well, I was working it in advance, so I guess that was probably.
Yeah.
Eric, if you could do your shit, that would be fantastic. We're on the last
climb
bar.
up there and
It's
fuck it up.
okay.
Yeah.
I hate the way that goat looks at me.
You could climb up there.
I don't want to. Me, personally, I don't want it. Because that thing killed me
Okay.
so fast before.
Yeah, but the lion's dead.
I just don't like it.
Okay.
There we go.
What did it?
I don't know.
It ran into an explosion. It ran into explosive barrels and blew up. Incredible.
Suck it.
Go loot it. Go loot
Get
it.
owned.
Also, try to find the
Freakish
snake
claw.
stuff.
Freakish
Okay,
claw.
good. Good.
Freakish mane.
There should be a snake tail somewhere around wherever you killed the snake. Or a snake head, whatever it is.
I wonder what's inside.
Giant coin pouch. Yeah, let's see where that snake tail is.
Up there, is that it? That might be it.
Freakish mane.
That's where you killed the lion the first time.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like around here or something.
I think a lot of the folks in the chat
Tis the rear of the Duke's
just
mace.
voicing how hard it is to be around Carver, and
Yeah.
specifically to like have a sibling who would like conceptually thinks you belong in a jail.
From a giant bird, looks like.
Yeah, I think that's the mage stuff, especially in Origins and 2, is weird because on the one hand, it's fucked up to be like all of these people deserve to be in a jail, but also time and time again, it goes super bad and is very bad, and and they don't do a great job of adding subtlety into that whole situation until Inquisition, which is also like, I think that's part of why, even though I have always played those games pro mage and always played them as a mage, at least in my first playthroughs, I still like Fenris over Anders because Fenris, like, has... Both of those characters have trauma responses, right? Like, both of those characters have been through really horrible things, and a lot of the ways they lash out at people are connected to the horrible things they've been through. Fenris... There's a lot of stuff Fenris doesn't do, though, that Anders does. Anders, when Fenris's old master comes by, says, yeah, take him. Go for it. Anders does other very bad things that suck. And with Fenris, even when he's like, all mages suck, he'll still, you know, he'll say that to a mage that he's like standing beside and he's cool with. Like, I don't know. There's a degree to which Fenris is, to me, reads like he's lashing out, but doesn't have the same
Like
the same risk,
individual-
I guess, or the same like, I don't know the best way to phrase it. Fucking wolf.
The chat will be unsurprised to know that I sided with Anders and rivaled Fenris when I played this game. Drop
I
the
mean-
asteroid. Go
So
for
I mean,
it.
if you do it right, you don't have to side against anyone.
Yeah, well,
other
I
than-
think Fenris. Is it not the thing that like if
you have enough of a rival or friendship relationship with Fenris, he'll say, I disagree with you, but I respect you.
Yeah,
or like,
that's where I was.
or
with
he'll be
Fenris.
like,
Yeah.
again, because to him, mages are a really different thing.
Yeah. I'm not.
And-
Listen, I'm not coming for your boy. I'm just letting the chat know that they have an
Yeah.
ally in me.
I think the only like hard choice is really, if you don't kill Anders, then Sebastian
Yes.
will run off. But who the
Yeah,
fuck
who the
cares?
Fuck cares? I didn't even have Sebastian. So it
Disney
didn't matter.
Prince, get
I'm not
out
gonna
of
pay
here.
money for a shitty character.
The only thing with Sebastian, actually, the only thing where that matters is that if Sebastian ran off, then he picks a fight with Kirkwall in Inquisition, and you have to resolve it at the war table.
Sure.
He'll pick a fight with Kirkwall, and Aveline will be
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"Hey, get this fucker out of my hair. I don't have time for this."
Yeah.
Versus if you kill Anders, then he's like, "I'm gonna send aid to Kirkwall."
Strong,
Right.
though they ease as one climbs
It's fine.
higher.
I'm just gonna teleport back to town, I think.
Yeah, that's
I can't
that's
find
what
that snake tail,
expected.
so...
Yeah, that's fine. The like mage stuff is so tough because like
It's really...
like all like
It's
this
like
is a
the elf
marginalized
stuff, right?
group.
Where it's like, on the
Yeah,
one
that stuff's
hand,
even messier,
they're
yeah.
drawing really, really direct comparisons, really obvious comparisons to real life issues. And on the other hand, doing things where it's like, well, it doesn't map cleanly, and I can tell that you don't want the comparison to be made, but it's going to be made and often deserves to be made.
Well, like, and the ways in which if you attempt to map it, it ends up falling into some like really shitty things where like,
Yep.
well, what are the ways in which marginalized people are more dangerous than other people?
Yeah.
Because in the world of Dragon Age, mages are more dangerous. That's
Yeah.
not a negotiable like trait. Do you know what I or fact about the world? They just are. And or let's say it this way: in order to prevent harm from being done, more labor, more effort has to be made to make sure that doesn't happen with someone who is a mage. Everyone could hurt people, obviously, but mages just are 100% born with a higher propensity for destruction to happen, and that's just true. And that's like not true about queer people or black people or anything else, except for in the stereotypes made about us, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, oh yes, gay men are dirty, black men are violent.
And predators and whatever.
And predators,
Yeah.
and right, exactly. Trans people are predators. Gay men or gay people are predators, etc. Right? Like that shit, and that shit sucks. And I think that a lot of, you know, let's say stuff from the 70s and 80s and 90s was actively playing in that space intentionally and set into place a lot of templates that I think a lot of sci-fi and fantasy and genre fiction in general continue to play with to today, because they're like, well, yeah, it's like the X-Men or whatever. And it's like, okay, but look, this was a problem when the X-Men tried to tell these stories also, or this was not a slam dunk then. So yeah.
Another thing that got mentioned in the chat is that Anders lies to you like a lot and is really shitty. And that's the other thing that makes it hard for me to...
I mean, I wasn't fucking Anders. That's the thing. Anders was a guy I knew whose politics I agreed with.
Oh, the thing that bothers me the most about Anders is that if you are nice to Anders, when he makes his, hey, do you want to hook up thing, which most characters that you are nice to will do.
Yeah.
If you say, I just want to be friends, there's no way out of that interaction that doesn't give you a hit to his relationship points.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's a thing that that designers fucked up. Not a thing that's true about Anders in my mind.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And I think it's absolutely true about Anders because the way that line is written is very much like he feels victimized by being rejected romantically.
Sure.
And then he goes on to lie to you time and again about what he's up to and like use you to do shit that he knows you would maybe not be on board with, or like that you maybe would be, but still doesn't fucking talk to you about it.
Dude also has someone else to talk to, and it's the spirit in his head that's pushing him towards the actions he takes.
Yeah,
guess what? You're never going to be number one with a bullet in his mind, and you're never going to be the person that he speaks to first about any of this.
That was my number one reason for not liking Anders from the start. The first time I played that game was that when I played, what the fuck was it called? The DLC for Origins, with the head that had Justice in it. Starts with an A. Dragon Age.
Oh, the DLC where Justice, is that the name of the character?
Yeah.
What is it called? Is it Awakening?
Awakenings or Awakening? I never remember if there's an S.
Yeah.
Justice was my favorite character in that.
Yeah.
I loved Justice. And then when I found out what happened, I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
No. Bad move. Don't do that. And that was frustrating.
It makes me wonder how much of 2 was planned at the time that Awakening was written, or like what was the degree to which that was like a good
Not,
setup that
not
they
a,
were going for. But you know,
my understanding is not a lot,
I
because
believe
Hawk
it.
was supposed to be a companion in Inquisition.
Right.
Hawk was supposed to be a big vampire man who hung out with the Inquisitor,
That's so
which
weird.
is my favorite bit of trivia. I love that.
Yeah.
It's very funny to me. That's what the blood streak was about and
That's
everything.
what. Yeah.
And a lot of what happened in 2 was, I think, supposed to be part of Inquisition, and then it just ended up being such a big part of the game that they were like, why don't we just do this?
That makes sense. I think the thing that I end up being really compelled by Anders is part of what is interesting about the switch between Dragon Age 2 and 3 or Inquisition around sexuality. Not that this is about sexuality with Anders, but about player freedom and relationship to other things. Anders, I mean, one of my favorite things in 2, I guess, throughout, is that characters do things that you don't like and that you disagree with. Isabel obviously doing the other thing, and that you're not consulted on. And what you're allowed to do is respond to it. And that ended up making me feel really strong about those decisions and really interested in those decisions, because it's like, yeah, I don't think he should have come to me to talk about this. Like that's, or I think it's interesting that he didn't, because that's who he is. Whereas, and the reason I bring up the sexuality stuff is that I think it's interesting to me the ways in which in 2, like, everyone is bi, fuck whoever you want, and an Inquisition that's just not true. And some of that sucks to some degree, because it's like, we know that Cassandra is built around a number of characteristics that are often, queer coded things. And BioWare has been doing that with characters that they won't, specifically with women characters that they will not let other women characters hook up with, like Jack in Mass Effect, for years. It's like a classic BioWare problem. But I also like the alternative of there just being a game in which these characters feel realized and don't orbit around me and my desire and my taste and my decision making. It's why I, to some degree, I've always kind of recoiled from the way that friendship and rivalry worked in that game. Because it felt like it was built around that idea of like, well, if you're as good as if the amount of intensity is there, you'll get outcomes you're probably happy with these people, with certain exceptions. Because like with Fenris, I remember rivaling him all the way, and then at the end being like, okay, we're good. Like, we're still basically good, in terms of the way we will fight on the same side of stuff and respect each other and stuff. Even though we disagree entirely about it.
I feel like rival is a bad word for what they want there.
Me too.
But I also missed that in Inquisition. Like, I missed the idea that someone could disagree with you but respect you, versus, if you hit that middle of the road where, like, they don't know what you even believe in, is the way I see it. Like, they don't know what you stand for, what you believe in. It's just, you're just, but also there is no room there for just straight up, no, I disagree with you and I also don't respect you.
Right. Right. Or I respect you and I disagree with you to the degree that you're not going to get what you want here, period. And there are specific outcomes for certain characters based on the way things line up that way. But, and also, I mean, the other thing, of course, is, like, do you know how I got Fenris's, whatever relationship score high, despite disagreeing with him a lot? It's giving him shit,
Yeah.
And that's tough. I can't remember. Are gifts in 2 the same as they are in 1, where it's just like a billion things you can give to people, and then there's specific things that give them better responses? Or is it more specific than that?
I think it's more specific. Like, there are, if I recall, this is also true of Origins, that every gift has a specific person it's meant for. I think in Origins you can give them to people and they'll be like, oh, thanks. Versus in 2, I want to say they'll be like, wouldn't so-and-so like this or something like that.
That's right.
I might
remember
be
that.
wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's usually fair. It's clearer. I remember I had a wiki open when I played Origins to be like, who
Me
the fuck
too.
is this thing for?
100%.
Whereas in 2, it was a lot clearer of like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
this is like this is like a book about Shartan. This is probably
Yes.
This is
yes.
probably for Fenris.
This is what I was probably thinking of.
Yeah. I'm glad Ari's been using those arrows.
Yeah.
She's been using them up too. I vacillate so much on how I feel about. I'm now just thinking about Cassandra. I vacillate a lot on how I feel about Cassandra
Yeah.
because I understand the impulse that is behind why she is what she is, but also I would like to date her, and I can't fault people who are frustrated because they can't date her.
Yep. Yep.
It is also weird though. The way that she turns the player down is very, very similar to the way that she turns Bull down, because Bull also flirts with her. And in both cases, she's like, "I'm not saying I don't mind that. I'm not saying I mind that you're flirting with me. I just want to be clear that it's not going to go anywhere."
Right.
Which is like it's a weird rejection. I think over time my opinion with them has developed into, I wish if you didn't romance Josephine or Cassandra that they hooked up, because I think Josephine could bring the romance to the table that Cassandra wants,
I see
and Cassandra could bring the hot duelist energy that that Josephine needs.
Yeah.
That's where I've come out on over the years.
What happened to Josephine if you don't romance her? I don't remember.
Blackwall. Blackwall like flirts with her, but then it like doesn't go anywhere. And they're both of the opinion like this is just we're just kind of having fun. We're just passing the time. We're just flirting. This is like a courtly romance thing. They're like a little bit sad about it. I don't like that as a match. It's weird to me. I don't think
I don't like Blackwall very much. I like Blackwall.
I need to put time into figuring Blackwall out. It's because Blackwall's like the one character where I don't get the angle.
Come again soon.
No.
Even though, like, I think
to me, I feel like I can see the whiteboard.
Yeah, I can
And
see
it
the
just didn't
whiteboard, but I
develop
can't
beyond
feel
that.
it. Is all. I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to feel what the crux of it is.
Yeah.
Escort.
One of those. Wait, look at those really quick. Can we go through them?
Bloodwater Healing Spring.
There you go.
I don't know if I'm going up there
No, you can just teleport there and teleport back.
with Celine.
Yes. This is what I'm saying.
What the fuck? Okay, sure.
She's in your party.
Hey, Celine.
Also, yeah, Celine is just here in town suddenly, by the way. Oh. Somewhere. Where is she?
Oh, here she is. Oh my god, she's such a little goth teen.
She is.
She's on TikTok and she cursed the moon.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say something, I totally fucking forgot it was. It was about Blackwall. Blackwall liking Josephine also doesn't really make sense in terms of the way he commiserates with Sarah to me. Him and Sarah are like very like fuck fancy people, you know?
Yeah.
And when you put that in the context of him having a thing for Josephine, it's like, well, who's he trying to impress? Is he trying to impress Sarah? Is he trying to like who's?
I know that
what's
person.
the angle?
That
It's just
I don't mind because I know that person. I Like there are people in my life who do the thing you're describing 100%.
Ugh.
And yeah, no, it's shitty, and Blackwall is shitty, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, I yeah, there's a degree to which I don't know that he ever evolved past.
But I guess there's
core concept
also
stuff for me.
there aren't really any other. There's no non-upper class woman in that game for him to be paired off with, really, in terms of companions, other than
Yes.
Sarah, who is a lesbian. So that's not going to work.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
But also, it's fine. It would have been fine if one of the companions didn't pair off neatly.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I get that it's a huge part of it,
I mean,
but
most
like
of them don't. It's those two, and then it's Bull and Dorian.
Bull and Dorian, right? I guess it's for me. It's like me and Cassandra, obviously. Cassandra and God. So there you go.
I should have got some empty bottles.
Well,
before I did
Liliana.
this,
What's up with
but whatever.
Liliana? Yeah, that's fine.
What's up with Liliana? I
The
think
character
Liliana
who's
is
changed
just like
so much over the years.
I mean, unless the warden was with her, I don't think she romances anyone. It's like vaguely implied that she maybe had a thing with Divine Justinia.
Oh, right.
I think, or like, I think you can ask her, like,
Like, hey,
why
was
is
that a
this not-
thing? What? Oh, Lee.
Did I have to leave the town first and then
no,
teleport
no, I don't
to
think
the?
so. No, hit. You should select it. I think you have to like walk out of it
Oh,
just
okay,
a little bit,
okay.
and I'll give you a spot. There
Ah,
you
I
go.
see.
See.
Yeah.
I am very glad.
Yep.
Just looking at the spring.
Um.
Weird, huh? All right, bye.
Yeah,
What
Liliana's
did she-
weird.
What did she just give you? Was that a thing you could turn in for that other quest? That'd be great if it was. I don't think it was. I think you got herb ale like that. But I don't remember if it's the right kind.
Didn't make the sound. This is perfect ale.
That might be too good for that quest.
She's just out in the woods making weed beer.
Yeah, she's out here
Just
to
a
make weed beer with
teenager
the
just
spring water.
out in the woods
Yeah.
making weed beer.
Doing some craft beer, some craft weed, mixing them together.
Liliana's frustrating for me because I feel like she goes too far in either direction. There's no, like, if you don't, like, help her, if you don't unharden her, I love that you have to unharden someone, considering how many of those games you have to make the choice to harden someone or not.
Mm-hmm.
If you soften Liliana and then she becomes divine, I think she just has bad ideas. I think she just has very, very sweet, romantic, but short-sighted ideas. In terms of like, yeah, no, let's just throw out all of it. Mages can just do whatever now. It's fine. It'll all be fine. And also, I'm gonna get married, which she should be able to do that. I'll grant her that. If she's romancing the warden when she becomes divine she'll be like, and now divines can hook up in public, and
Yeah.
it's totally cool. I'm fine with that. But the whole mages don't need any kind of formalized education thing doesn't.
Yeah,
That's
that
not
seems wrong.
That's
That
not
seems
been
like
proven by the game.
No, not so much. I wish that there had been some element of I don't know. I wish the mage stuff has never felt good to me in that series, which is a shame
Yeah.
since it's so central and. Or
And
I guess it did in Origins, but I was so
problem is
young
that,
when I
like,
played Origins.
yes, exactly. In Origins, it feels pretty black and white. And every time they tried to add subtlety to it, they also kind of it gets more and more confusing, I guess, or more and more iffy. Because they have to contend with what's already been established. And they've retconned like bits and pieces of it, I think, but it's always a little bit
it's the thing that's just like it's built into the world to some degree, right? Because it's like
Yeah,
there are things that are
exactly.
just true about demons, about
There are
mages,
things that are just true.
about blood magic, about right, and it's like those things without the world changing will not change, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe the end of Dragon Age 4 is that magic changes in a fundamental way that allows for a different relationship between people who have magic and society, but hard to imagine. As long as
Yeah.
anyone can do the stuff mages can do, large or small, frankly, it's a lot to just be like, yeah, I don't know.
I think some of the most interesting development on that issue that we've gotten out of any of the games was the Jaws of Hakan DLC, where you meet spoilers. Man, spoilers for this whole conversation. Sorry,
Well,
it's a rather old game, but
yeah.
this is just straight up spoilers for Jaws of Hakan. You meet the original Inquisitor, who is
Oh,
a
right.
Dalish elven mage from before the Dales were reclaimed in the Exalted March that a relay kicked off. And you find out like why they kicked off that march and like how mages were treated before all that stuff and like how it used to be. You find out more context about the Rite of Tranquility and like how people felt about that at the time that it sort of came around. That stuff's interesting. That stuff adds some subtlety. I would love to see that go a little farther.
Sure.
We got that affidavit.
Affidavits, right?
I said affidavit, and I was like, it's not that.
It's not that. You're not wrong.
I need to read those comics. I need to read the Dragon Age comics. Got a stack of them within arm's reach of the new ones, not the. I have never read the
Dragon Age comic 24 hours ago in the Jeff Gerstmann voice. No. So you. You should talk to him just in case you have something to turn in.
I
don't know
do.
if
I
you
have
do,
that
but-
affidavit.
Oh, right, of course.
I see you hard at work, truly. Even in these, as long as man, that makes smoke, 'tis work.
I never read the ones with. They did that whole run of comics that's like Isabella and Varric and Alistair hanging out, and I never read that because I didn't like Alistair, and it seemed very much like here's Alistair's story.
Yeah, Alistair is so interesting because of. I mean, I
need to
BioWare
replay Origins
Boy
because I
is-
don't have a lot of affection for those characters, and I would like to.
Yeah.
It feels like a bit of a hole.
Yeah. It was interesting coming to Origins by way of everything else BioWare did in the generation prior, or the previous two generations, I guess. And I played Baldur's Gate 2, but then I really fell into love with BioWare. I played Neverwinter Nights, but I really fell in love with BioWare with their games that came to the Xbox with like KOTOR and Jade Empire and that era of BioWare. And that means that by the time you get to Alistair, you've already had like a bunch of other Alistairs, basically. And it's just like, it was interesting getting to him because I think I liked him more than some of their other like white boy starting characters.
Yeah.
But compared to Karth Onasi, Alistair has something going on. But
I romanced Alistair, and you know this. I romanced Alistair because his voice actor was an actor that I liked in a crime procedural from the early 2000s.
I do know.
Who is also a professional magician. I think in hindsight, if I replayed Origins, I'd probably try Zevran because a lot of people, the current like popular
liking Zevran these
stuff.
days.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of talk about Zevran.
If this man speaks true and is immortal, there's a fair chance he guided his grace as well.
Okay.
Be that the case, his words are well worth heeding, sir. Meet with him as time allows. With luck, he'll lead you to victory as well.
Great.
It will be my honor to show you the choice is yours.
Oh.
Do not hear the Duke's directive.
Yeah,
That'll
that
advance
seems like
the
yeah.
plot. Yeah.
Should I route a monster infestation or aid a research team?
Up to you. Ada research team is a dungeony thing. Route a monster infestation. It's a dungeony thing, and it's like not that far. You know where it is. It's not a journey so much as a go to a place and then do dungeony stuff.
That's
more.
appealing to me.
I'd say more dungeony than even the catacombs of the what do you call it? Salvation quest we did the other day.
Yeah.
Route of Monster Infestation is kind of a journey into a new place out past the Bandit Castle. Remember the Bandit Castle?
Yeah. Yeah.
You teleport there and then go from there north a little bit, and that's like new stuff, which is interesting. And then it's a big fight at a castle, which it's kind of cool. Like it's kind of burned into my memory because it's what I played when I did the quick look for this game at Giant Bomb when it hit PC. And it's fun, but it's a little less like, you don't get that like dungeon crawly stuff. So maybe the research team. I will note you should definitely bring the one that bounces around to the research team. Whatever Ricochet, for sure. Though Gleam is also nice. I don't know. We're not going to do it tonight anyway, but let's do that.
By the Duke's decree,
also, you probably level up.
Effort in gathering knowledge concerning the worm. As one arm of that we aid the faith in their examination.
Ratslap in the chat said, "I enjoy how Zevran and Isabella have a history. It's really fun how Isabella. A lot of people have a history because Isabella is in Origins.
Yeah, she's just there.
She's just there. Like you can hook up with her in Origins with the Warden and also Liliana, I think. Mm-hmm. And that's a thing. And then there's also when Zevran turns up. If you had Zevran around, that's also it's fun. I like when they do that stuff.
Zevran, I don't know what it was. I think in general I've always just wanted more about Antiva, and I remember playing through Origins and just kind of being like, everything feels referred to at a distance here. That a lot of the other parts of the world felt filled in with more. And I don't know. I think it's partly just like the Antivan Crows are the stand-in for Antiva in such a big way in Origins.
Yeah.
Origins, and so it's kind of all you get, That I remember. It's been a decade, so
I was really glad that they had Josephine being from Antiva because I wanted that other side of it, and also the fact that Josephine specifically tried the assassin bard thing. And it was awful and a very bad time for her. Like, that is we needed that perspective on Antiva for sure.
The much more formalist reason for why Zevran and I never clicked is I was playing a rogue. So, I did not roll with Zevran that often. Like, I did all the story stuff I could, that was tied to him, and definitely gave him as many gifts as I could. But that was kind of it.
Speak with Father Geoffrey.
Speak with Father Geoffrey. Bhutan says, if DA started doing the Elder Scrolls every game as a new region thing, I'd be ecstatic. It definitely felt like that's what the play would have been, or like I remember feeling that was natural and true and
I mean, they're almost there.
We'll see what this next one is, right? I think
there's been overlap with Origins but I mean, even Origins and Inquisition, you don't really go to the same. You kind of do because like you go to Redcliffe, but it's pretty different.
Yeah, but it's like a brief thing, right? It's not that whole.
No, I mean, it's Redcliffe is like in the hinterlands.
Oh, right. Off. Yeah. No, it's nighttime. Which is no use at this hour, Janine. Which is no use. Yeah, everyone I know who follows the stuff really believes that DA4 is going to be Tevinter. Partially because it just
I don't
feels
think
like
there's any. I think my guess would be that it's Tevinter and parts of Antiva and stuff like that. Some of the concept art, I believe the concept art, which they've said is just concept art and is not necessarily reflective of the game that's coming out. So like people who are deciphering it for companions and stuff, it's not worth your time right now. But in that concept art, it looked to me like Ravain is run by like cool psychic women. I mean, cool. They're a little bit oppressive. It seems like.
I know what you mean.
But it seemed like it seemed like there was one of them. There's also like a lot of Kunari representation in Ravane, and I think it was like a Kosif woman who looked like she was a cool psychic mom kind of thing happening. But I guess she could have also traveled inland. Like, who the fuck knows if she's even in the game at all. My guess would be that it would be like mainly based in Tevinter, but then like a couple other areas or something like that. But the fact that the comics bridging Inquisition with the next game have all primarily been set in the north. Are pretty telling. Like, there's been some in the Free Marchers, there's been some in Tevinter, like a bunch of stuff in Tevinter. There's been I think some in the northern parts of Orlais. People forget that Orlais goes north too.
I'm looking at a map. It's like it goes north like into Navarra, but like.
Oh yeah, there has to be Navarran stuff too, because there was some of the concept art again was very, and also that's how you get Cassandra back.
Right. If I have to call it shot, I think it's even more north than that. I think it's like Tevinter. I think it's
they've set up. They've set up in Saharan is the island that's disputed between the Imperium and the Kunari.
Yeah, I have to imagine that ends up being. There's a big thing
know.
there.
So I don't know if I don't know if I'd put money on Saharan, but the town that I'd absolutely put money on is Dorian's hometown, which got renamed.
Sure.
I forget what the new name of it is. The old name is on the maps. I have to look this up now because it'll bother me if I don't.
I got it. I have it open.
It's sort of on the northern coast. It's like kind of underneath Saharan. The idea, I think, would be that Saharan is used as a base to attack there. But I think it's established in the short story collection, Tevinter Nights. The first story there is from the perspective of someone who lives there, and then the Kunari invade. I haven't read all of. I need to read Tevinter Nights because I know there's some fucking shit in there. But basically, it's the town that Dorian's family estate is in.
Ventus, formerly known as Corinus.
Yes.
Corinus.
So I would totally bet there's something that happens there.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
There's also a town in Tevinter called Solus, and I don't know if they're going to retcon that, or if that's going to be relevant, or just a coincidence. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who could say?
Yeah.
Aye, the inn offers a clean bed, but it deals in vocations and skills besides.
Remember when I said I was trying not to think about Dragon Age too much, and the next day they did that fucking thing?
I do remember.
That was funny.
You were upset.
I wasn't upset. I was startled.
Command F, upset.
I might have said I'm upset, but that doesn't actually mean I was upset.
Okay.
I think I'll talk to this guy on the next stream. I think
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we'll do that whole string of business.
Sorry, I did a search for Dragon Age in our chat.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
That's a bad idea, but the thing that I was laughing at was just the Seeker of Truth. I just remembered all that stuff, and it's so funny. It's so fucking funny. Don't worry about it, chat. Sometimes genre fiction is hard to differentiate some terms from other genre fiction. That's all.
It's fine. Like one person got the Dark and Raw reference that I made in like episode 1 or 2.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anyway, I think that'll do it for tonight. My hands are all like sweaty, and it's very warm in here. I don't know why.
It's not cool anymore. It got warm again here too. It sucks.
It was really warm today.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm at Bleating Heart on Twitter and YouTube. There's been the Witching Hour, which is on Mondays, Wednesdays, And Fridays we play Dragon's Dogma. It was not the Felicia Day thing. The Felicia Day Dragon Age thing was something else. We were talking about Legend of the Seeker, which is
bad.
completely unrelated to Dragon Age. It's close,
Except
except
in many names.
Except there's a lot of very weird overlap.
Which is it's an adaptation of a series of like
extremely fantasy
objectivist-
tropey stuff, though.
and bad fantasy. Yeah, exactly. The stuff that's overlapped isn't bad stuff. It's just fantasy tropey stuff and names. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, where can people find you, Austin?
Austin_Walker on Twitter. There should be a new episode of Friends at the Table in minutes.
Nice.
I finished editing it while we were talking.
Nice. And yeah, I'll be back on Monday. So have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.